Exactly, Allison. This has been a tough week for the state of Arizona. At the same time, the governor announced back on Monday that retail and hairstylists and barbershops would be able to open up today, Friday, as well as dine-in service beginning to restore business on Monday. You just mentioned it. The last 4 days have seen the 4 single highest death toll days from COVID-19 here in the state. That's significant because the governor's office, as well as the Arizona Department of Health Services, had suggested that the state was in a position that they would be able to reopen. I mean, we should note, they were basing this off of the fact that the percentage, according to the state, of positive tests as a share of all of the tests being conducted in the state has slowly gone down over the previous weeks. At the same time, as testing has increased, you saw just today, more than 500 new cases, and you mentioned it, again, more than 30 deaths being recorded here in the state of Arizona. Well, yes, it's not the numbers that New York has seen. The fact is that you continue to see those numbers grow here in the state, despite these temperatures of more than 100 degrees, and despite the desire of the state to be able to reopen business.
Yvonne, the owner of that record store has had a pretty hard time making ends meet, and I'm sure that is the case for plenty of other businesses around Phoenix and around the state. What are they doing to try to stay afloat?
Yeah, this is the tough part where, I mean, every governor of every state is having to deal with this. It's the economic repercussions of where we find ourselves. More than 500,000 Arizonans have already filed for unemployment claims, Allison. And that's why when you look at, Grand Avenue Records here in Phoenix, I was talking with the owner, Coco, and he just laid out, he's been in business for more than 4 years at this point, and the circumstances in which this has left him are tough. I want to let you hear a little bit directly from him.
So I went from thriving, I had a lot of great things going on at the moment, to overnight crickets, completely scrambling to figure out how we're going to pay our bills. They pile up really fast, especially being a business owner. And, it's been really hard. I'm a father, a husband. I have a home to take care of, and the struggle has been ridiculous. Try to do anything I can to make ends meet.
Allison, he's a DJ. He also sells merchandise, produces merchandise, and he said that over just the last 2 months, he's lost anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 in commitment for a guy who's trying to keep a family afloat here. Those are tough circumstances. This is tough for the community and the business economy here in the state.
Yeah, for sure, Vaughn. I know you were at a hair salon earlier today. What are folks there saying about reopening?
It's the same. I was talking to Valerie Fink Sierra. She's been doing hair for more than 50 years, she told me. And she said that she was supportive of the governor's decision to reopen and that she intends to take every precaution. Take a listen to Valerie in her own words.
Well, today we are coming out of hiding. We're opening the hair salons back in business for cutting and coloring hair. And precautions we're taking are everything safety-wise. Screening people before they come in, offering masks for them to wear. Everyone's going to have a mask if they're going to sit in this chair.
You heard from Valerie. She said, folks that are waiting for their appointment have to wait in their car until the customer before them is through. She is doing everything she physically can to keep her shop clean, to keep her customers healthy. And the same thing here at the record shop here. Coco was telling me that he's not fully opening up the door. Instead, what he's doing is going by appointment only. So somebody can call him up, and essentially they have the hour to go through the store. These business owners, they understand the economic repercussions that they're all undergoing through. From a record store to a hairstylist, at the same time, they said that they're not deaf and they're not blind to the health situation that the state finds itself, and they're serious about taking the necessary precautions in order to keep their customers and themselves and their own families healthy. Allison?
Vaughn, it sounds like they are doing everything they can, but what a tough situation. Great to see you, my friend, and have a safe and a healthy weekend.
Thanks, my friend. You as well.
Trust the citizens of the state to make those healthy decisions the more than I do one person suspending civil liberties. And there are thousands and thousands of Washington citizens that are on the brink of economic ruin.
And beyond the lawsuit, there is also a protest planned here at the state capitol tomorrow to protest those stay-at-home orders. This is going to be the third of such protest since March, Allison. So, Dasha, I know you've spoken with Governor Inslee today, in fact. What is he saying? How is he reacting to these protests, lawsuits? Yeah, funny story, actually. We did reach out to his communications office for comment this morning, but I profiled Governor Inslee back, I think it's my one-year anniversary since that time, actually. I profiled him when he was running for president last year, and he saw us reporting on this on TV and called us up and asked if we wanted to come to his residence to speak to him about this. So I asked him about the lawsuit, among other things. Here was his response. Take a listen.
It would be terrible right now to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory here. We've knocked down this virus, and that's because Washingtonians, they have something to be proud of because they have done social distancing. But we do know that if we released all of our efforts today, this virus is going to just jump right back and bite us. This is a biological fact. I just finished talking to multiple modelers this morning about that. This is not the moment to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. We need to continue this effort for some period of time.
He also called the lawsuit biologically ignorant and humanly heartless. He's really hoping to keep the trend going, keep that progress going. He also told me that he is looking for more help from the government, although death rates, hospitalizations, cases are down here. He says it might sound counterintuitive, but because of that, they actually need more testing so that they can more responsibly begin to reopen the economy here, Allison. Yeah, Dasha Burns, great to see you. Thanks for being on this afternoon. And please stay safe out there. We want to get you back here safe and healthy. Thanks, Al. You're watching NBC News Now. We've got some